And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. And they know it. And America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today, I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution.
Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Monday, March 6th, 2023. Welcome to day 776. Donald Trump pledged to stay in the 2024 presidential race even if he's indicted, saying,
I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
Trump is facing 2 state investigations and 2 federal investigations. Prosecutors in Atlanta are considering charges against him over his efforts to pressure Georgia state officials to overturn his 2020 loss to Biden. The Justice Department is investigating his actions related to the January 6th insurrection. A DOJ special counsel is also looking at his handling of classified documents after leaving the White House. And prosecutors in New York are looking at his past business practices, including alleged hush money payments to a former mistress.
Bring charges against me for now ancient, no affair story of Stormy Horseface Daniels. No attraction. No affair. I call it no affair. Where there is no crime anyway.
Trump recently gave a speech at the Conservative Political Action Conference, known as CPAC, and won the straw poll at the conference with 62% of the votes. His closest rival, Ron DeSantis, won 20% of the votes.
When we started this journey, a journey like there has never been before, there's never been anything like this. We had a Republican Party that was ruled by freaks, neocons, globalists, open border zealots, and fools. But we are never going back to the party of Paul Ryan, Karl Rove, and Jeb Bush.
Meanwhile, Trump asked a federal court to block Mike Pence from testifying to a grand jury about his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, citing executive privilege. The grand jury subpoena is seeking documents and testimony from Pence related to the January 6th events where pro-Trump rioters tried to disrupt the certification of Biden's Electoral College victory by Congress. At the same time, Pence was presiding over the certification proceedings as the president of the Senate. Pence has claimed that because he was acting as president of the Senate on that day, he is protected by the Constitution's speech or debate clause, which shields lawmakers from some law enforcement actions. Moving on, Paul Manafort agreed to pay $3.15 million to settle a civil case filed by the DOJ over his willful failure to timely report his financial interest in foreign bank accounts. Manafort failed to disclose to the Treasury Department nearly 24 bank accounts related to consulting work in Ukraine from 2006 to 2014. Back in D.C., a cancerous lesion was removed from Biden's chest during his physical last month, and all cancerous tissue was successfully removed, according to White House physician Dr. Kevin O'Connor. Basal cell carcinoma is the most common form of skin cancer, with approximately 3.6 cases diagnosed in the U.S. each year. And finally, the New York Times reports that since 2017, nearly 3/4 of all new debt was approved in bills supported by Republicans, and 3/5 of the debt was signed into law by Trump. This according to an analysis of House and Senate voting records and the fiscal estimates by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. The CBO projects that the 13 new bills signed into law since 2017 will combine to add more than $11.5 trillion to the national debt. Since 2000, the national debt has grown from under $6 trillion to $31.4 trillion. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.
Criminals, junkies, Marxists, thugs, radicals, and dangerous refugees that no other country wants. No other country wants them.